Hey, what's up everybody? Look who is finally here. It's been forever since we made a video about her. And there's a reason. She's been here for a week now officially. She was born Wednesday, September 12th at 2:26 p.m. And there's been some complications, or there were complications, but now she's doing great. And we're going to tell you exactly
the birth story.
Yeah, we're going to give you our little story behind everything and why we haven't uploaded a video about her yet.
So our plans were to video the night of or a day.
Yeah, like the whole birth. We planned on video it, but the reason we didn't, for one, is because as soon as they came in there, they actually told us no videoing.
Yeah.
They said we can take photos and stuff, but no videoing at all.
But they would have never known it.
True. But anyway.
Our plan was that we were going to video the night or day that I had contractions, going to the hospital, all that day, you know, waiting on her. But, so on Tuesday the 11th, I was having back pain. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was mild. It wasn't bad. I was just sitting there trying to get comfortable. And then around midnight, it started getting worse.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I couldn't even sleep. My mom said, just go to bed. We'll see if it gets worse. No, me and Randall stayed up for like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Well,
what was there
2.5 hours. It was 2 hours.
Yeah.
We waited.
Yeah.
It was at least 2 hours. And I was like, I can't lay here and just take this.
Yeah.
So I got in the shower. Right?
No, as soon as she stood up out of bed, her water broke. As soon as she did.
Yeah, my water broke, and I was like, my water just broke. So I got in the shower, and I was just.
I got all of our stuff ready when she was getting ready.
And we were going all over the place.
Yeah.
We really didn't know what to expect because we had some false labor because I thought my water broke at least 3 times.
Yeah.
But when this happened, my back pain was so bad, and I was spotting some pink, which is always a sign.
Yeah.
And I'd never done that until that night.
Yeah.
So we got my mom. It was just too hectic.
It was
honestly, and I was in so much pain. I didn't want a camera or anything on me. Really.
I didn't want to sit there and video her when I was trying to comfort her and make her feel better. So
yeah,
I didn't want any of that to happen, and I don't know.
Like I couldn't concentrate. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So we didn't video that, and my water was still breaking. It was still just coming out.
Okay, sorry, but it's an hour and 10 minutes to the hospital from where we were going. And the whole time that we were in the car, her water was sitting there
just gushing
out in the seat and everything.
It felt like I was sitting in a pool. It really did.
For the whole hour.
Yeah, and
these lights. Sorry about these lights.
Are horrible.
I don't know what's wrong with them,
but it was like was it 4 in the morning?
When
we were going up there?
No, it's 2:30. We left at 2:30. Cause you were in labor for 12 hours.
Yeah.
We left our house at 2:30 a.m.
And my mom was booking it. And the plan was, before all this happened, Randall was gonna drive, and I was gonna be in the seat. But we honestly didn't know what to expect. We thought the contraction were just okay. This is good.
Which we should have left at like 11:30 or 12 when they were just starting, but we didn't know.
But we didn't know that they were starting because it was just like it was pain where I was just okay, I'm good now.
Yeah.
And then it came back on. But my mom was going super fast. We got to the hospital, got me checked in and stuff, got to the room, and then, gosh, I can't remember.
Contractions are for real, guys. I mean,
yeah. And my plan was to go natural because I didn't want to do medicine at all. I got to a 3.
Hey,
and
she wanted the epidural in the car on the way up there.
Yeah, that's how bad they were. And I mean, I don't know. You just have to have the right mindset, and mine was totally not there. But we got there, we got situated, and I was hurting even worse.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
It was horrible. And then his family showed up, and we were just all in the room, and they were just, hooking me up to fluids and stuff. But I had the Strep B.
Yeah.
I was positive for that. and I was supposed to be at the hospital before my water broke.
Yeah.
And
we wasn't.
Like,
so.
Yeah, like we said, it broke here at my house, and that was already a number one problem. So that didn't go as planned. I got sick during labor. It was horrible. They had me like going left to right, sit up, switching sides, putting a
huge peanut ball between your legs.
Between my legs. They were just, it was horrible because, oh my gosh. I was waiting for the epidural. The guy came in. He was great, by the way.
He was amazing. He was so good.
He was so great. And before all this happened, I even told Randall I was terrified of getting the epidural. I wanted it so bad that I did not care. And
I didn't want her to get it either.
Yeah. And when he got in there, I was like, I wanted to say, just do it.
I didn't want her to get it because of I don't know. I didn't want you to get it because of the pain. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying I wanted her to go natural. I want to do whatever she wanted to, but I didn't want her to have to go through that pain. But she said it was great, so.
Yeah, it did not hurt at all. And I think it's because I was in so much pain that I didn't care, or that guy was really
He was really good.
He did it so fast. He waited until my contractions came and went. He was great. And I had the best nurse.
Yeah.
The best nurse. It all worked out that way in that area. But I got dilated all the way to a 9 after flipping and turning and all this stuff. I was in labor for 12 hours, like you said, and oh no, please.
Oh.
What is it? Anyway, I was in labor for 12 hours, and they had me on so much medicine. They had me on oxygen. I ran a fever, a high fever.
Because of strep B.
Because of the strep B, and it was horrible. And she's spitting up. Oh my gosh.
Sorry about the lights. I'll fix them.
And I was on so much medicine. I'm just trying to remember everything that I remember. And I think I looked at Randall and I said, he was awesome, by the way. Oh my gosh. He was there. Oh, it was just amazing. He was right there, right beside me, holding my hand. He was doing everything. He grabbed the garbage can, and let me puke in it while he was holding it. And the reason I'm telling you that, he hates seeing puke. He really does.
I do.
But he did that, and he was just so great. But the doctors were talking to my mom, and Randall overheard, of course. I guess talking about a C-section. Because I heard, that's the only thing I heard. And I asked, am I going to have one? And they were like, no. My mom, she was like, no. And honestly, they waited too long because she was in the birth canal,
for
face
way
up.
too long.
Way too long. Because they did not want me to have a C-section. Like, that was their last resort. They wanted to try to do vaginal, and so I looked at Randall and said, I don't want to have a C-section, and he promised me that I wouldn't, but I know. He was just trying to comfort me. But anyway, and they came in there and said, okay, we're going to have to do a C-section, and I looked at Randall and I was like, I cried. I cried so hard. And even when they said I was going to have a C-section, they still took forever to get everything going.
Yeah.
Like,
that was the only complaint, really. All the people were great, nurses, doctors, everybody was great, but
everything
that one thing, it just took a little bit too long. But
and they got Randall ready, and I remember just looking at him, and he was tearing up with me. He was crying with me, and they rode me out there in the room, and no, I hate talking about it, and you know, they were getting ready to do it. They were hooking me up on so much stuff. I hate medicine. I hate it.
Yeah, they gave her like 5 shots once we got in there. On top of all the medicine she was already on.
And I already was numb from the waist down, and I had to get numb from
the shoulders down.
And
she had to be numb.
It was horrible. And then they let Randall in, and I mean, they just got started.
She threw up again, by the way.
Yeah, I got sick again, and it was horrible. But Randall is going to tell you the whole, I mean, you don't have to.
Which part?
I don't remember that much through the C-section. So you
want to tell them all of it?
I mean, I'll help you.
Okay, well, like she said, I got in there. They took me in there. They gave me a little chair to sit beside her, and it seemed like it took forever for them to do it. But they were so calm. Like, they were just talking, having a normal conversation the whole time.
Yeah, they were good on that part. They were just like nothing was wrong.
Yep. And then finally, the guy we're talking about, they gave her the epidural. The anesthesiologist, I think he's called. He like got me up to stand up, take a picture when Ruby was coming out.
When they got Ruby out, I felt just so much weight leave my stomach, and I was like, but the first thing I told Randall, I was like, why ain't she crying?
Yeah, she wasn't crying.
She wasn't crying at all.
And when I stood up to take the picture, her body was completely bluish, purplish, and she was not making a sound whatsoever. And I saw them take her over to a little, I don't know what they're called, just a little bed
thing. Incubator.
Incubator, yeah. They took her over to that, and they started doing CPR on her. And I started freaking out, but I tried to keep cool where she wouldn't know, and I tried to like block her where she couldn't see, and it was hard.
She basically was dead. It was basically like a stillborn birth. The APGAR was at 0, and I mean, you can do a 10, but it's really 0 through 2, and the best is 2. But usually newborns get a 1. She had 0.
She was literally not alive.
Was it, she was out for 7 minutes? She was dead for 7 minutes?
She was not breathing whatsoever for 7 minutes, even after the chest compressions.
Everything. It was, the paperwork they gave us, we read it, it was so much
stuff. Should I put a screenshot in the video of it? I will put a screenshot in the video. I mean, maybe now, I don't know, but
we'll try to put the information on there. But basically, her APGAR was 0. She had no oxygen. Her heart rate was 0. Even when they did chest compressions in the beginning, the color was still purple. And blue. No oxygen, no heart rate, nothing.
7 minutes.
For 7 minutes, and they put, what's that called? A Larian? I don't know how to say it. Basically a scope down her.
Oh, yeah.
And they got it out, and they just did more compressions, trying to get oxygen and stuff. And then 9 minutes.
At 9 minutes, she finally started breathing.
And
they got a heart rate, and I mean, it was.
And
I don't know.
If they would have gave up on her, we wouldn't be sitting here.
She wouldn't be here at all. So.
And it's just awesome how she's still here.
And past that, she had, we wasn't able to see her like at all. The nurse came over and like showed her to Maggie for maybe 30 seconds,
and
maybe.
She was so beautiful.
Yeah, and then they had to take her straight to the NICU, and she stayed in there for 3.5 days, right? Yeah, because
the Wednesday. They took her in there Wednesday, and then we finally got her in there Saturday, and then we went home Sunday. Yeah,
so we hardly got to see her. I mean, Wednesday, Maggie wanted to see her so bad, and I mean, you know that because she's the mom, but...
right after the surgery was done, they just rolled me back into the room, and they said, well, the dad... I'm sweating.
That's fine.
But they said the dad can go back and bring somebody, and he took my mom. I'm pretty sure I was out, like I said, and I just remember crying so hard
because she couldn't go see.
Because I mean, I just went through all of that traumatic stuff, and I couldn't even see. It was horrible, and I didn't know that all that happened either. Yeah. I didn't know anything.
She didn't know anything because, like I said, she was on tons of medicine. I didn't let her see what was going on, and I mean, I think it's better that she didn't know, or she would have been bawling her eyes out the entire time. But yeah, I mean, it was just really sad. And we had this one nurse. I think it was Saturday. You know, the accent one.
Yeah.
She came in there Saturday and told us. She said, "I've worked here since 1990 something. I can't remember." She came in there and she said, out of all the years I've worked, not a single baby has made it out alive from stuff like this, and that's so awesome.
We went to the pediatrician yesterday.
Yeah.
And we gave him the paperwork, and he was just reading over it and pausing and saying, "Wow."
He was so amazed that she was still alive.
And he said, like 30 years. Wasn't it 30 years? Did Mama say that?
Yeah, something like that.
Working here for 30 years, and he hasn't seen anything like it.
Yeah, I mean.
And he checked her and said she's
perfect.
She's great. There's nothing wrong with this baby.
I mean, she's literally a blessing to us. I mean,
she's a miracle. We call her a miracle baby.
Her sister-in-law came in yesterday or last night and said all babies are like miracles, but she is like a for real miracle. Like she probably, I mean, I don't know. I think she went to heaven for 7 or 8 minutes and then came back. I mean,
which my nanny always says, God says you're not ready, Ruby, and send her back here, and I really believe that.
We believe that
because things like that happen. I mean, you can't just get lucky and come back. I mean, we had a great team of doctors.
Oh, yeah.
We had a great team of doctors, and they did amazing and their best, but God was over all of that.
Absolutely. He was. He's real.
Yeah, he's very real. And he had a plan for her, and she's here after all of that.
And she's doing so great. Like, I mean, last night was the first night she slept all through the night, but we've only been here 3 days. 3 days?
Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, yeah.
We've only slept here 3 nights. First night was not, I mean, she cried like all night long.
But we were nervous, and we did not.
But last night was so great. She did so awesome. And she hasn't like been sick or anything yet, which hopefully she never does, but I mean, she's just been great, really. But
it was an overwhelming day, and that's why we didn't video, because you know, I was going in there planning to have a normal birth, and it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, we almost didn't have our baby girl.
Yeah, but we do now, and
I'm sure you guys are dying to see her. That the ones that you haven't, or whatever, but
she's beautiful.
She is absolutely gorgeous, and she's like a perfect mixture of both of us. It's so awesome. I'll actually put some pictures. I just now thought of this. I'll put some pictures of her at the end of this, like a little slideshow or something. But
I love her. Man, we love her.
She's an angel, really. She really is. She's perfect. But you got anything else?
So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. And to answer your question about future kids, don't know yet. Yeah, I'm bringing that out there because, I mean, that's hard. That really is hard. Having a C-section, the recovery, it's really extremely hard.
But she's done so great, though. Like, through everything, she's been so amazing.
I give everybody out there that has went through a C-section credit because it's not easy. Yeah. It's really not easy.
I don't know. I'm just agreeing because I witnessed it now.
And he helped me through everything. Oh my gosh, he's also been a blessing. He's been great. So great.
Well, guys, I guess that's gonna be it. We just wanted to share with you our miracle baby story, and
hopefully one day she can tell it too.
Yeah, for real. This would be a great testimony for her. But hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, I'm gonna post that paperwork. Maybe if it doesn't have anything on it,
it does. It has everything on it, and it's really long. But I mean, that's the major stuff. Like we didn't even describe everything. We just did bits and pieces. But basically, you know, she was dead. And
I mean, she was really.
It took 9 minutes.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
It took 9 minutes to bring her to life.
To bring her back, and like I said, I just knew something was wrong when she wasn't crying.
Yeah.
And I even told Randall before, like the last month of pregnancy, or I don't even know if I told you, but I just knew something was gonna go wrong. I felt like I was gonna have to have a C-section because I kept praying it off because I knew I was gonna have to have one, just for some reason. And I ended up doing that, but
it's all over now.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful, beautiful daughter. I mean, I love her with all my heart already. I know Maggie does. And she's literally perfect to us. I mean.
And it's just crazy. Like, she's ours.
Yeah, for real.
It's just a weird feeling. It's not in a good way. In a good way, for sure. It's weird in a good way.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to read. You might have to pause it because I might skip it pretty fast, but I'll put a picture of the paperwork after this. And yeah, I hope we can do much more videos, especially when she gets a little older and starts doing stuff. Right now, she's just sleeping. She just sleeps all day, but
during the day.
Yeah, well, she did last night too.
Ooh, she's trying to see y'all.
But there might not be any videos, like major videos anyway, but when she gets a little bit older, maybe there will be. What is that? Why she got little dots on the neck?
I was not from this already.
It's not. Anyway,
sorry, freaking out.
Yeah.
Mom moment.
Well, you've been freaking out a lot, especially her, but.
You too.
Yeah, every time she spits up after she eats, I freak out because I do not want her to choke.
And I'll laugh.
She laughs at me every time.
I know she's going to be great.
That's true, that's true. But like, I've tried to end this like 5 times.
Yeah, sorry. She's all that we talk about, really.
She is.
It's really hard. And she's all over my freaking social media stuff. It's just hard not to post about her.
It is. But if you want to see more of this baby girl, please subscribe to our channel. Leave a thumbs up on this video. And let Ruby know how much she is loved by just leaving a like and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.